making jerky right now, but I'm doing some work in between while I'm waiting for the jerky to cure. So just hang out there because it won't be long. We're going to go ahead and put the jerky in the dehydrator here in a little while. But for now, we're working on the old Corvette. How y'all doing? I'm fixing to make some jerky, and I know wasn't on my video of things coming to going to be happening. I wasn't really planning on this one, but I said, I'm going to make some hot rod jerky. So I'm going to teach you all how to make hot rod jerky. This right here is about to become jerky. So just follow along. I'll tell you exactly how I do it. And I know this is not about cars, but how many of y'all don't like jerky? Come on now, right? That's what I figured. Okay, or there's always one. There's one guy out in the back. Yeah, there's always one. But the rest of you are going to dig this, I promise. First, we need to start. We got to have a knife. So this is a filleting knife. It's usually used for fish. It even says, let's see, it says Showtime Sportsman Knife. Excuse me. It's a sportsman knife. But this thing actually cuts the best. And you can get the meat cut at the butcher and have them slice it for you. That's the easier way to do it. But we bought a half a cow, so we just got all this meat in the freezer, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut it by hand. So just kind of hang out and watch how I do that. Got all the meat sliced up. And now, this. This is kind of free, kind of not. What this is I go buy chicken wings. And I will tell them I want the chicken wings swimming. I want a whole lot of sauce on my wings. I want them drowning. And after I'm done eating my wings, I still have some of the sauce. So I will just keep putting the sauce into this jar, and sometimes it's full, sometimes, it depends on how much I use, and I can use it on anything, but in this case it gives me just enough for this video and to make this jerky. So you just kind of pour it in. We'll just use it all. You can always go buy more wings. It's never a bad thing, right? So we'll put this in the sink. And now the next ingredient, a lot of times I will use Lowry's steak seasoning, but I'm out, so we're going to use Slap Your Mama, okay? And so we're just going to put, and you don't want to be stingy. You kind of, you want to make a little pile in there so that it's got some flavor, And you want to know how much? That much, okay? And take a little garlic, same thing. Put some garlic in there. I like garlic, so don't be stingy. Now, this is ginger. You don't want to go too heavy on the ginger because it's a strong flavor. So we're just going to go, a little. There we go. Just about that much. Onion. This is minced onion. You can use powdered onion. I kind of like the minced onion because it'll just seep into the meat, and sometimes you get a little onion chip while you're eating the jerky. So I like to put minced onion in there. So we'll just put some onion in there because you want that flavor, That ought to do it, just about that much. Last but not least, this is more for color than taste, but it's got some flavor. You don't want to put too much of this, but this is parsley, by the way. It's perejil, which is basically parsley, Spanish parsley or French parsley, I don't know, whatever that word means, but it's parsley. Sometimes they're cheaper if they got a foreign name on them. So just make it green. There we go. And that's pretty much all I put in there. The hot sauce, which is basically just chicken wing sauce. You can use whatever your favorite hot sauce is. You can put butter flavoring. You can add whatever flavors you want. I kind of just like a lot of spice, and so I put in a lot of these powdered spices because you can't really use whole food ingredients. I would love to slice onion and put some fresh garlic and all of that, but you could probably go garlic oil if you crush the garlic. But it's not going to stick. It's not going to get on the jerky and stay on the jerky. So by doing it this way, the flavors get infused into the sauce, marinade, or whatever you want to call it. And when I dip the meat into it, and when it sits, it's going to sit. We're going to end up, when we're done here, we're going to put the meat in a bag and let it sit for a couple of days. Let's see, it's Friday night right now, so I will probably let it sit till Sunday night. I'll put it in Sunday night, and when I get up for work on Monday morning, it should be ready. And I'll let you know when it's Sunday, because this isn't going to air till it's done. So we're going to finish up here, and I'll show you where to finish, and we're just going to put it in the fridge and let it marinate. But for the moment, this is what we got to make sure there's no big clumps of anything. You want to just kind of whisk it around, about that much. There we go. And that's what we're looking, that's what we're looking for right there. Boy, my body's getting ready to eat some jerky now, but not quite ready yet. But yep, now we got our sauce ready, we got our meat over here, and this next step is kind of important, and I'll explain why. I tried to color coordinate so it wouldn't be so noticeable, but I actually changed my clothes. I was in my work clothes that I got out of work, and I had khaki pants on and a polo shirt, same color as this. I tried to get the same color, maybe you all wouldn't notice, but because I'm going to be dealing with hot sauce, and one splash onto the khaki pants and it was probably going to be over. So I changed my clothes for safety's sake, because I don't want to ruin my work clothes, and don't want the wife going, I gotta get another stain out, because I am a dirt magnet. But anyway, I'm going to put the sauce in the sink. I've got the meat over here, and I am going to get a baggie, and I'm going to show you what to do. You take your baggie. Now you can just stuff it in as we go, but I like to turn it inside out like so. And what that does is it keeps the sauce from getting all up inside the the zippy part. So, and I just take my bag, I kind of set it like this. Now, you might ask, why am I going to do it this way? Why are you going to do it piece by piece, one piece at a time? And the reason for that is, now you can throw a few in there if you want, and just kind of mix them up, just throw them in, and you know, of course you'll have to go digging for them later. But the reason I do that is so that you get even distribution of the sauce on the meat. If you just put the meat in the bag and then pour the sauce in, which is actually my wife's favorite way of doing it, but if your sauce is thick like this, what will happen is your meat, there'll be spots that are up against each other and the sauce won't penetrate that area, and so you'll end up with dry spots on the meat. So by doing it this way, you know, and you can throw a whole bunch in there and just kind of pick it out one by one. So, you know, if you want to speed things up, you can just kind of throw it in there. And it's pretty messy, you know, especially if you try to go too fast, you will end up with sauce everywhere. But, you know, throw a few in there, baste them up, get them nice, make sure they're, see how you went to pull that one out and there's a dry spot, so make sure you get it all, you know, and then just kind of stuff it in the bag. And that's really all there is to it. So I'm going to get to stuffing. Save this little bit of beet here for because she went ahead and before she took off she left a little bit of mixture here of some barbecue sauce. She wanted to make a little bit of barbecue. I asked her if she tubed it because the camera was set up, but she said no, she just made it. But I think I don't see a whole lot of spices in it, so I think maybe she just, it's got some bits of it in though, maybe some, not really sure what she put in there, but it's mostly just barbecue sauce I think, and maybe I don't know what else she put in there. But it smells like barbecue sauce to me. But you can do that. You can put just barbecue sauce on your meat and stick it in there, and you'll get kind of the same result. She's made teriyaki before with teriyaki sauce, but that makes it kind of sticky because of the sweet, the sugar. Anything with sugar in it is going to make it kind of sticky. But other than that, this is my method for making what I call hot rod jerky, and it's basically just buffalo beef, right? Buffalo beef. Well, I don't know why they call it buffalo. This is beef, so this is buffalo beef. But anyway, I call it hot rod jerky because it's hot, and it's great for when you go on cruises and hot rod shows and what have you. It's a great snack to just kind of keep in the car. Don't make a whole lot of mess, and it's good for you. Last but not least, we're going to put the jerky in the refrigerator, and we're going to let it marinate for about 2 days. So Friday night, I'll see y'all Sunday night. I always put a little spray on the grill, that way it makes it easier to clean. But I'm just about out of spray, so we may have to work pretty hard at that. You always put a little non-stick spray, that way you can clean it easier. Alright, now it's just a matter of taking your marinated jerky and just kind of start setting it in there one by one, just like so. And that way, in about 8 hours, maybe 10, we're gonna have some jerky. Woohoo! Yummy, yummy, yummy. Just so y'all don't think that I'm making jerky and not working on cars, I was working on the Corvette, trying to get it ready for paint on the 84, and it's a fighting me. It's not being nice at all. I ended up having to take it down all the way to the fiberglass in that spot where those 2 spots where I was working on, which you don't know what those 2 spots are yet, but you'll have to watch the video when it comes out. But I'm having some difficulty with it, let's just say that. So I've been working on it all day, and it is recorded, so you'll be able to see it eventually after this. But it's really giving me a hard time, just those 2 little spots. And so hopefully we'll get it worked out. Well, we'll eventually get it worked out. If I got to strip the car down to nothing, we'll get it worked out. But I'm trying to avoid that because the car's just not worth putting that much time and effort into. It just value-wise, I mean, I like the car, but value-wise, it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's wasting money. We're trying to stay ahead of the game here, you know? Voila, this is what it should look like before you actually start to make it. Then just take the cover, put the cover on, plug her in and let her rip. And in about 8 to 10 hours, we're going to have some jerky. Okay, well, she's done. Now open her up, pull out a piece. Oh, that's good jerky. Thank you for watching. I know this isn't car related, but sometimes a man's just got to have some jerky. So I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And thanks again.